my name's Austin. The big reason I do most of these is because Lego's got all these cool car sets, but they don't have any RC stuff. So, I mean, I really like to figure out how to get it to fit in there and then kind of maybe add my own style of it. But it's all 100% Lego parts. I mean, it's something that you can do with what they have, but they just don't do it.
Right?
Yeah, it's all power functions. There's 2 motors, the battery, the receiver, and then the remote. So usually you see it only in the big Technic sets, but it's fun to put it in the small size cars because they look great on the shelf, but it's fun to drive them around too. So usually every time they come out with a new creator scale car, I get it and motorize it. So I've done that with this Beetle set. I've got a couple versions of the Mini Coopers, and it all started with the Volkswagen Bus about four years ago.
Was that one an easier one to motorize because you have such a big cabin?
Yeah, there's a lot more space in there for the motors and the steering, and the whole set itself is more square because it's a wide set, so it works out really well. Some of them have lights in there because the way they did the headlights, you can put stuff right behind them, so it's really cool. So just like the set, the roof comes off. You got the same interior, just the back seat is now filled up with the battery box. The Lego receiver is down underneath in the back. Doesn't work out too great because it's infrared, so you kind of got to follow it, and it gets a little hidden if you don't take the rear bumper off, but that's all shoved under there.
It's a super slick integration there. It's like kind of just fits in perfectly.
There's a lot of work to get it to all fit in. So then you got the motor underneath for the drive, and then there's a motor kind of under the dashboard for the steering mechanism in the front there.
That is wild.
So most of them are all kind of the same design. Some of them are a little different because the cars are wider or skinnier, or the hood is really low. Like the Ferrari, I had to do a whole new mechanism for the steering because it doesn't fit under the hood. So it's fun to figure out how to get it in there and all the engineering to figure out how to fit it in and make it work under the hood there.
That's awesome.
So it's fun. I mean, the sets themselves are already really cool, but it's fun to add that a little bit extra to make it more interactive.
That's really cool. Have you noticed that as you've built these vehicles over the years, do parts tend to wear down as you drive it around or anything like that?
Yeah, some of the steering stuff wears down, especially because when you drive it around, the wheels kind of scoot out. I mean, Legos is great, but it's not like super solid all the time because it is plastic, so it wears out. So I've had to change some drive axles and some gears in there for the drive because they get worn or they get like dirt chunks in there and wear them down. But for the most part, you just put in new batteries and it's pretty much good to go. Not too much wear and tear. The tires hold up pretty well.